I knew this direct was going to be pretty substantial, but man, Nintendo always finds a way to surprise and just amaze me. And we got so many third-party games, and so many of them were exclusive. It's so awesome. Now, this video isn't going to be an in-depth analysis, although I may do some of that later, but this is just going to be me gushing over all the amazing announcements we just got. And I'm not going to talk about every game. I'm just going to kind of highlight the ones that I'm the most interested in. So, let me know what your favorites are in the comment section below. Also, if you stick around to the end, I'm also going to cover the games that were not in the Direct and the other games that we know now that are going to be coming in the later half of the year. So, with all that out of the way, let's get right into it. So, the Direct opened with Mario Maker 2, a proper sequel. And they showed the slopes right away. I can't even believe it. We have slopes. It's one of the most requested features that were missing from the first game. And not only this, but there's tons of new enemies. Angry Sun looking at you. New power-ups, new items like the on and off switch you can see in the video. And even a new game that we can use to build with, which is Super Mario 3D World. At least like the 2D parts. That's all they've shown. I don't think we would be able to do like full 3D world, but it's still cool that we're going to be able to do kind of that 2D style of Super Mario 3D World. And best of all, which this is the part that blew me away, it's coming in June of this year. Like, that's crazy. It got announced now and it's coming out in 4 months. Like, that's crazy. Like, that is so exciting. I'm so glad it's coming. I know a lot of people, they keep their Wii U plugged in basically because of Mario Maker. So many people play that game, so many people stream that game, and so we've all wanted a port of it, and now we're actually getting a proper sequel, it looks like. So I'm super excited for this game to be coming, and it's coming real soon. Next up, we have a third-party exclusive title, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. That's awesome. Nintendo's actually reviving this IP. It's been over 10 years since the last installment, so that's pretty cool. I think everyone can find a character in this game that they love, either from Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, X-Men, Iron Man, Hulk. It's going to support 4-player local as well as online play. I've never played a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game, but this game's looking real good, and I'm super excited to be picking it up. Next, we got sort of a update, I guess, for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But not really, because all they said was that there is a 3.0 update coming this spring, but they didn't even outline what it's going to be. And they also mentioned that Joker is coming in April. So yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense that maybe around April that we're going to get a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct that will outline this update as well as the date for Joker, and then maybe they would even reveal the next DLC fighter. More to come on that, I guess. Next game I want to quickly highlight is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. It's now going to be supporting 2 players for local co-op, and they're releasing DLC with 18 new challenges, and that's coming on March 14th. This game is really good. It's not really for me, but it's super good game. It's a Nintendo game. It's super polished. It plays really well. I know a lot of people like this game, so it's super exciting that they're going to be supporting it a bit further with some DLC. Next, we have Dragon Quest Builders 2 coming July 12th. Yes, finally. The game's been out in Japan for a while now. It has local co-op and online. You can dash, you can glide, you can play the game in first person, you can warp, we can now explore underwater, we can create taller structures, and if you own the first game, you can actually craft the Legendary Builder outfit and the Dragon Lord Throne. Next up, a third-party exclusive in Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age. It's a definitive edition that's only coming to Nintendo Switch. And if you're wondering if it's going to be released on other consoles at some point, I really don't think so, because Nintendo's actually publishing this. So I don't think that's going to happen. So this is pretty cool that it's going to draw people to, if they haven't already bought the game and they want to buy it, they should buy it on Switch because it's the definitive edition of it. And even if you've already played the game, they're adding so much new content that people might want to buy it again. You can switch to the great 16-bit retro graphics. There's now new orchestrated soundtrack. You can switch the audio so you can play in Japanese or English. There's new stories for each main cast member to dive deeper into their lore. There's an option to increase the battle speed, and it's just so cool that all these extra features are only going to be on Switch. So let's look forward to that. It's coming this fall. Quick update on Starlink Battle for Atlas, which is coming in April. Slippy, Falco, and Peppy are going to be added, plus new starship races and missions. And you know, I'm not super surprised about this. It makes a lot of sense because Starlink Battle for Atlas sold the best on Nintendo Switch, I believe. So it makes sense that they're wanting to add more content. Quick note on Yoshi. Again, it's coming March 29th. The costumes are hilarious. When they showed this, I was cracking up. They look so fun. I played the demo right after. Sadly, there was no costumes in it to use, but this game is got all the charm. It looks really good. You know, it reminds me a lot of Yoshi's Woolly World. So I'm super excited to be picking up this game. I think it's going to have a bit more substantial content than maybe Kirby. And again, I know Kirby's had lots of DLC, free DLC come that has fleshed out the game a bit more. But on launch day, I think Yoshi's going to have a bit more content. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Alright, next up, Fire Emblem Three Houses coming July 26th. I'm probably not going to spend enough time in this as you guys would like, but I've never played a Fire Emblem game. This game has really blown me away, especially this direct. Like this direct, this stuff that they showed is what put me over the top and made me decide like, yes, I'm getting this game. I'm getting it day one because I'm not a big fan of tactical RPGs, but it just looks way too good to pass up. The story in particular is what really is pulling me into this game. The cutscenes they showed look amazing. So in this game, obviously there's three different factions. You have the Black Eagles, Blue Lions, and Golden Deer, and you have to choose which one of those factions you're going to train because you are a professor and you need to teach the students in those factions. And so as a teacher, you will train them in weapons, magic, special skills, etc. So again, this game, story's looking really good, so I'm super excited to play this and have it be my first Fire Emblem experience. Next up, we have another third-party exclusive title, Astral Chain, coming August 30th. Developed by Platinum Games. It's got really impressive graphics. It's an action RPG, it looks like, where you have two players sort of fighting together, which kind of reminds me of like Xenoblade Torna. And the game is being worked on by the game designer from Nier Automata, and it's being supervised by the creator of the Bayonetta series. So we got a lot of great talent working on this game. Super cool for Switch to be getting yet another third-party exclusive title. I'm surprised Platinum isn't porting over Wonderful 101 because we've heard so much about that. But you know what? At this point, this game looks so good. I'm glad we're getting a new third-party exclusive title for Nintendo Switch. Well, that's it. Those are all the games I wanted to talk about. Wait, actually, let's talk about one more little teensy game called Zelda? Are you kidding me? We have to talk about Zelda. What a way to end the direct. Wow, it is looking beautiful, the remake of this game. I'm glad it wasn't just the same graphics as A Link Between Worlds, although that game did look really good, but you know, it was a 3DS title. I didn't want them to just plop those graphics onto the Switch, so this game is looking so good. It's supposed to be a reimagining, so I don't know if that's gonna again be similar to kind of like what A Link Between Worlds did, since that's a reimagining of A Link to the Past. But this game apparently, you know, it's based on A Link's Awakening, so it's gonna be a reimagining of that experience. I might make a whole video on this later, just this one game, but wow, when I heard Marin singing at the end, singing the Ballad of Windfish, I just like got tears. Like, this game is gonna be so good, and you know, I'm so glad that it's gonna be a reimagining of the Link's Awakening experience, rather than just sort of like a a port with new graphics. It's actually gonna be a new experience, so I'm so excited for this game. Cannot wait. Hope it doesn't get delayed. Don't want to jinx it there, but it says 2019, so again, let's hope it's coming this year. Now, I know this video is rather long at this point, but I want to talk about one more thing really quick, which is, guys, this Direct was so packed, but guess what? There's still even more games that are coming in 2019. To me, at this point, 2019 is already looking better than 2017. And 2017 had Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, but you know what? This year is looking better. I'm sorry. And so basically, like the games that we didn't see here, we still know Animal Crossing's coming, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon Gen 8, Town, which is another game by Game Freak, and Metroid Prime 4 obviously is probably not coming this year, but maybe Bayonetta's coming this year. But even so, we have all those games that are still coming. They only gave us a lot of release dates for like spring and summer, so they still have that whole back half of the year to fill up with these titles that we already know are coming. And not only that, but this Direct basically confirmed the leak from King Zell that I talked about in my Pikmin video, where, you know, again, spoilers if you don't want to see this, but I'm sure you've already seen it at this point. But he said the Direct would be on the 13th, which it was, and he listed games that were coming in 2019, but he wasn't sure which would be at the Direct. And he said a Pikmin 3 port, Mario Maker 2, Box Boy, a 2D Zelda, Pokemon, and Metroid Prime Trilogy. So only Pikmin 3 and Metroid Prime Trilogy weren't in this Direct. And obviously Pokemon wasn't there, but you know, that's going to get its own Direct anyway, and we know it's coming this year, you know. So basically this is confirming Metroid Prime Trilogy and Pikmin 3 ports are coming this year. Or at least they're a thing. Maybe they get delayed, but they're coming. And that's pretty cool. So all this in mind, that Direct was huge, and we still have even more games coming. We're not done yet. Nintendo isn't done yet. It's literally insane. I cannot fathom that 2019 could be better than 2017. Is that even possible, you guys? But either way, let me know what your favorite announcement was in the Direct in the comment section below. My next video coming up is going to be my top features that I want in Pokemon Gen 8. So be sure to subscribe if you want to catch that video, and I'll see you on the next one.